Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ryan with Great Lakes Storm Chasing Network. Have an update to share with you guys. We have some new outlooks to go over for the upcoming potential severe weather hazards and days to watch. Let's go ahead and dive right in here, looking at the SPC graphics first and foremost. So, the first risk is going to come into play here on Friday. We have a marginal and also a slight risk out here in parts of Wisconsin as well as Illinois. That's going to be mainly for damaging winds and large hail, but there is a chance of a few tornadoes out there as well. Shifting forward to Saturday, we also have there's a risk here that shifts a little bit further to the east, a little bit further north here into Wisconsin. A slight risk level 2 out of 5 already in place there for the day on Saturday. This is the day we're still watching closely. I do think this is going to be expanded a little bit further, probably to the east here through Michigan, probably Indiana as well. We'll go with some models here in a second, and we'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But right now, the SPC has placed that risk further to the west across the UP of Michigan, Wisconsin, and also Western Illinois. And then on Sunday, exact same potential areas here back in Illinois, as well as Wisconsin getting in on that slight risk. This is likely going to shift and change. This is not a guaranteed lock forecast. It's just an idea right now from the SPC. Looking at our models here, we're going to look at the composite of wind shear and instability. We're going to see the colors overlapping here. We're going to look at this closely into Friday here. And there's Friday's threat. We're going to see this highlighted here, where that risk already kind of is highlighted by the SPC there, just Western Illinois, and that'll creep eastward just slightly through the evening hours on Friday. It shouldn't get too far east, but Saturday is the day to watch here. And this is why. We see a good coloration here overlap where that slight risk is across Wisconsin up in the UP. But notice how it also extends further to the east through Michigan, Indiana, maybe parts of Ohio, Western Ohio as well. Right now, it doesn't look to be that big of a deal into Ohio on Saturday, but Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois, definitely getting in on some hazards here on Saturday, potentially. And then again on Sunday, it looks to be a similar pattern on Sunday as that low pressure moves off to the east. But again, this coloration that we're watching does stick off to our west here pretty well across Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, stuff like that. And it does leave Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, a little bit less of a chance, but still some good overlap there showing up. So we'll have to watch Sunday as well. But Saturday, I think, is going to be the main day to watch if you're in Michigan, as well as Indiana and Wisconsin. Illinois has a threat pretty much every single day this week, unfortunately. But the further east you go into Ohio, eastern Michigan, the lesser of a chance right now that you have. And then finally here on Sunday, or should I say Monday, this threat does shift off to the east, but we're not really sure at to what degree that's going to be. Right now, the models aren't really showing much of an overlap of instability and wind shear there, but there is a shot. So we'll have to watch Monday still closely here. We're not going to write that off completely, but right now it's not looking like a huge day to be concerned about. But again, with that cold front still off to the west pushing through, it remains a chance we have to mention. So combining all of the models that are run over and over from the GFS, we call it the ensemble members. We're going to look at the overall probability of the overlap of wind shear and instability to get an idea of where the consensus between all the models comes together. So here is Friday. It's going to be out to your west here across Iowa, Missouri, back through the plains, western Illinois there. Moving into Saturday, this is what we're kind of watching very closely here. Ohio just barely getting in on the most ensembles here, but notice how Michigan has a pretty good overlap here. 80% chance of the this model here showing here of the SPC being more than I want to say is one. Yeah, SPC more than one. So there's a good chance here in Michigan we're going to be looking at some type of threat here in the lower part of Michigan. Wisconsin as well, pretty much the entire state. Illinois has the highest threat, and then Western Indiana here looks to get on the threat as well. But also, this probability is more so 30% over in the east side, as well as in Michigan here, 30% chance. So overall consensus is basically watching Saturday as that looks to be the main day to watch. Then again, back here on Sunday, there is your probability on Sunday. Looks more so off to the west here, again, across Missouri, the plains, Arkansas, those regions. Not so much here for Ohio and Michigan. So right now, it does appear that the main threats and main Time frames are going to be more so shifted off to the west here for multiple days, but a few of these days, Saturday, Sunday in particular, do bring hazards a bit further east into Ohio and perhaps Michigan as well. So it's a day to watch. Sunday, Monday, or Saturday and Sunday in particular. Monday's come up in the air at this point, but it's just something we're going to watch through the next couple of days. Like I said before, SPC does have a risk starting on Friday. This is Friday's outlook here off to the west, Illinois, Wisconsin getting in on the action. It does shift further a little bit east and a little bit further north there. I do expect that to be extended off to the further east here when it hits the day 3 time frame. And then also this is going to be for Saturday. And then also here for Sunday, that risk does continue there. And keep in mind with these risks, it's a slight risk level 2. So there's going to be a level 1 threat surrounding this area. So it's going to be expanded likely in the coming outlooks. But overall, still watching 3 days consecutively here in the region of potential severe weather. Highest chance is going to be Illinois for right now, but that is going to be extended further east and north here, I would expect here in the coming outlooks. So with that being said, that is all I have to share with you guys for now. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask them. Otherwise, I'm going to hop off here and focus a little bit more so getting ready for a live stream for the Michigan page later on this evening. I'll wait about 10, 15 seconds. What's up, Erica from Fowlerville? Ashley, good question. Depending on the state, I think the best chance right now for an outbreak of tornadoes is going to be further displaced to the west. So like Iowa, Arkansas, Missouri, maybe Kansas, Oklahoma. Illinois would have a good shot at potentially multiple tornadoes with this setup on Saturday, especially. But right now, I don't see an outbreak, so to speak, for Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Wisconsin. I don't see that at all. What's up, Jeannie? How is Northeast Ohio looking for severe weather? So I can tell you guys who are watching from Northeast Ohio, right now, in the way it's been trending, it looks like the majority of these risks areas are going to remain off to your west. I'm not going to say you're not going to have a complete zero chance. I do want to pay attention. I will highlight you guys to pay attention, especially Saturday and Sunday. But for right now, the risks do appear to be highest off to your west. So don't write it off completely, but right now there are no days that I'm seeing that are going to say, hey, Ohio's in the bullseye. And honestly, that is great news considering Ohio has been the main corridor this spring of tornadoes and also severe weather. So Ohio needs a break, and this particular pattern here does look to give Ohio at least a break from being the center bullseye of these threats. So Northeast Ohio, pay attention, but right now it looks to be a higher threat off to your west. I don't think there's going to be an outbreak of tornadoes, Devin. I really don't. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen further west. I'm talking regional basis here, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin. I don't see an outbreak being possible. The only state that I am more so concerned for multiple tornadoes on multiple days right now is Illinois. And the further west you go, the better that chance becomes. I'm not saying the threat for tornadoes is zero, but outbreak, strong tornadoes, not looking likely. It is, Jeannie, it is Great Lakes and then SCN for Storm Chasing Network, SCN. So it's Great Lakes with an S and another S. So 2 S's, Great Lakes, SCN at gmail.com. What is Indiana's worst day going to be? Right now, I'm going to say Saturday looks to be the worst of these days, although Sunday there's potential as well. But Saturday right now sticks out to me. Yeah, I'm going to say a lot of the people in the region, if not the entire viewing area here, is going to have a risk for at the very least rain and storms. It's just going to be, just going to be a matter of how bad those storms are going to be. What's up, Judy? How does Eastern Michigan look? Flint, Saginaw Bay. No tornado risk right now that I see, Josh. Watch Saturday close and also watching Sunday, although Saturday looks highest off to the west into Wisconsin, Illinois areas. And then Sunday looks better off to our south. So Michigan is kind of in Ohio in part here where we're watching these threats close, but right now the main areas of concern appear to be, away from Eastern Michigan. So yes, that is correct, Jeannie. That is absolutely correct. So this is going to be the day 5 time frame here for Saturday, or actually no, the day 3 will hit tomorrow when we wake up. So Saturday is the day personally I'm more so concerned about. So I'm curious to see how far east this threat will shift. If I had to guess, we'll probably split Michigan in half, honestly. Also, probably Indiana as well. I don't think Ohio's going to get much in on this threat tomorrow. If nothing shifts, that is, with models and stuff like that. Right now, we'll have an update for this. This is the day 4 outlook. The day 3 will look like this, where we're going to have that marginal and also the general thunderstorm colors added to the map. This is for Friday. So when we get to the day 4, day 8 time frames, we're not going to have those lower risks. It's just going to be a broad outline of a potential higher risk, which is what you're seeing on your screen now. So when we wake up tomorrow, we'll have an update on this map for Saturday. And that is my biggest concern, but also not going to write off Sunday as well, just because Sunday does look to be a threat in the region too. So. Any other questions, guys? So I'm driving from Freeport, Illinois to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Saturday afternoon, back late Saturday, not recommended. To be determined. There is a threat up there. There is a threat for you. At this point in time, timing and exact hazards, how strong, is kind of still up in the air. We'll lock that down next 24 hours, maybe 36 hours here. We're going to be getting new model data here as well. We're using more so long-term models right now. The short-term models are just starting to come out this afternoon for Saturday. So which is actually right here. It's just actually loading in now. So we'll have a better idea as we get multiple runs of some of these short-term data points coming in. So we'll have a better idea tomorrow for sure for you. Just to guess, you should be fine. Just pay attention, heed all the warnings. It shouldn't get too out of hand. But again, a risk is a risk. So I do not see that chance right now, Devin. So no barbecuing this weekend. I wouldn't do that, honestly. The entire region's going to have a chance of rain and storms here. So we run this through just on the GFS model here, long-term model. Just run this through the precip, right? Here's your rain, right? This is everybody in the region's going to get rain. Illinois, Wisconsin, that moves through Michigan here, through Indiana, through Ohio. Everybody's going to get rain at some point. It's just going to be a matter of storms and where that severe threat's going to set up is really it's going to come down to here. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty rainy type of weekend. It shouldn't be a washout. There'll be breaks, but at the same time, each day does look to have some chances of rain for you. So I would not say it's barbecue weather, but I will say after Tuesday of the upcoming week, it's going to be very nice. We're looking at 70s, potentially 80s, and nice weather for once for a little bit longer. Although the first week of May does look to be more so active as well. So we're watching that time frame for more chances at storms. No problem, Carol. Love to do it. No, I got you. I got you. But we'll nail that down for you in the future. Although, just judging by right now up there, Milwaukee to you said you're driving from Freeport to Milwaukee there, you should be okay. You should be fine. Just keep in mind that there could be some storms there, and if anything does look to get out of hand, you'll find the information on our page. We'll mention the possibility of tornadoes or stuff like that. So whatever you're concerned about, we will mention it. But tomorrow will be a much better day to nail that down. All right. Any more questions, guys? All right, I'm going to hop off here. We'll go live again tomorrow, sometime afternoon. In fact, I'll probably schedule this time so you guys can know. Let's go ahead and let's do a morning. Let's do a morning so we can go over SPC outlooks. Let's go ahead and do like 9 or 10 in the morning. I'll go ahead and go live at that point again tomorrow, and then we can update and go from there. But With that being said, we'll have updates on the page tonight and also tomorrow if anything's changed in terms of thinking. With that being said, I'll hop off here. You guys have a safe and uneventful evening. Thanks, guys, for watching.